Hey everybody, another full spectrum dominance battle report. I'm back with Bob. And we are here with our next installment of playing with the various pre-constructed armies that are available on the FSD website and playing through the scenarios from the rulebook. And today we're playing, I love that you actually printed a piece of material for this, into enemy territory. Califon had gone from feeling confident and satisfied to a level of concern, which a human might have described as anxious. Because you're playing the tech today, and I'm playing the pirates, the Corsairs. So this is the story of an AI, governing AI, basically, unshackled AI, downloading itself down to the planet. Although simulations had run thousands of times in its computational substrates, the humans had managed to defeat the odds and discover then locate his position. Califon hoped that his decision to physically download to the planetary surface hadn't been a tactical error. The humans were coming for him, despite being a naturally formed fortress of Aeon's old canyon, and despite the orbital defenses preventing any aerial threat, they were vulnerable to a ground assault. Califon readied his forces for the final defense. This would be a turning point in the battle for this planet. So basically, we've discovered the location of the 343 Guilty Spark.
Yeah, probably from the beating that you gave me last time.
Could you imagine the pirates just trying to interrogate the robot soldiers, just torturing them, pouring water into their circuits and
zapping them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Do you guys want to talk? And they're just like beep, boop, don't know. So we get 60 points per player, and that a pre-done force is 60 points automatically. I'm playing the killer whale today because I get to use my Orca. Because that's what we would send. The captain himself shows up basically to come fight you. And we get to, I basically have asymmetrical deployment. So I have 40 points on the table at the beginning, and on round 3, 20 points of reinforcements arrive. You start with 20 points.
Right, I start with 20 and then I get 10.
Every round.
Yeah,
up to round 4.
And I'm not playing exactly the list that's
You
listed.
remixed it.
I've remixed it a little because I wanted something suitably large as well. So I'm playing the, I want to say it was Crawling Death.
Yeah.
But it's basically a tank.
I'll pull it up. Keep going.
It's like a tank type list.
Your big crawler.
So instead of all of the tanks, I swapped all of them out and took a Play-Doh light crawler.
The Crawling Demise.
There
you removed the Solon battle tanks and put in, what's he called?
A Play-Doh.
A Play-Doh.
Light crawler.
So you have our big mech on big mech violence.
So it's a 20 point light behemoth. So this will be our first time using a behemoth proper. Although your Orca has far more cards because you've got 4 weapon attachments.
4 weapon attachments, yeah.
Whereas I have a core and then a system. So a system is kind of like it's an attachment of sorts. But
it's almost like an extra unit, and you have to get through.
It's like armor or something you want to think about that you have to go through before you can actually blow up the unit itself.
Yeah. So it's you have layers basically like a Matryoshka doll built outside. You have to blow them off before I can get to you, and your systems degrade as that happens too because they get destroyed.
Right. Because eventually, when you destroy that first outer system, then I lose my rapid fire cannon.
Yeah. Whereas
all I have are my cute little minigun mandibles.
Yeah. Whereas I have 4 separate arm hard points, kind of like a Knight Titan in 40k. But I'm still just one guy in a robot. So if you kill my core, I'm dead. And that's kind of how the rigs work, is the rigs are these like large chassis, individually piloted walkers. Yours is more like, it's an actual AI. So it doesn't care if it's arms and legs, it just keeps going because there's no guy inside there to kill.
Right.
As long as you're able to partially function, you can keep going.
Yep.
So the flesh is weak where the AI is strong. And then we're trying to destroy the mainframe. You have a hardened...
Destroy is a strong word. Are you really going to destroy it? You're going to pillage it.
We might employ economic forces to get ourselves paid.
Bloody pirates.
The plan. It says destroy the mainframe. That also could just mean stealing it. The main objective of the attacker is to destroy the mainframe. It can withstand 3 damage and has a def of 3 and 2d10 save. If destroyed, I draw 4 victory cards.
I just lose.
And I'm also trying to burn to ashes. I draw 1 victory card when destroying a stockpile at the end of round 3. So there's 3 outbuildings. You've basically claimed this a kind of semi-abandoned settlement for the tech as you've invaded the planet. And there's 3 stockpiles outside in like the no man's land that are objectives.
Ammo.
Yep.
Whatever.
But I'm trying
cores.
to blow it up because I'm trying to keep you from being able to resist, and then also destroy the mainframe. And then you're trying to hold ground from rounds 1 to 3. If there's more points worth of unpinned units controlled by the defender in section 2 than the attacker, they draw a victory card. So as long as you're pinning the guys in the middle strip, there's 3 strips of the table,
Yep.
then you're going to get a victory card every turn as long as you just keep them under fire. And the problem is the Orca is unpinnable. So you have to have at least 2 units and then pin the rest of my units to
I
keep
don't
them
think
from
you
fighting.
can. If you play the Orca, it's more than half your 40,
It's
right?
25 points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
he'll be bad for doing that. Is it more points or more units? It's more points with unpinned units. That's true. Yeah, you gotta throw some points in there. On round 1, if I just walk in there, I basically just T-pose and go like, destroy me. You have to destroy me to stop this from happening.
That's okay. I got some big cannons this time.
You do have some big cans this time, absolutely.
I have some D8s and D10s.
Yep.
For my shooting this time.
So you deploy basically 1 distance unit from all of the sides in section 3, which is the home base section. Because we're using a slightly larger table, I'm going to deploy up to 3 distance units on, just to like basically cut down the table.
To make sure it's actually 12 DU
12 DUs across, yeah.
Because otherwise, if it's more than that, it favors me because you have to go further.
Yeah, and we print our models slightly larger in 10 mil. It's normally 6 mil. But they're beautiful. They're fun to paint, so why not?
Yeah.
And
they look better in 10 mil.
Yeah, and our this is a 10 mil purist over here. And then
Guilty.
And then our DU, our distance unit, is sections of 4 inches. So basically, we're moving in 4-inch blocks every time something moves for our like adjustment for the game. So we'll show you the table, show you the forces, and we'll get this underway. All right. So here is the first sort of like I guess my 60 points for the troops. I have my Orca. He's got a windlass chain gun, 2 culverin railguns, and a lantern laser as his 4 hard points over here. He is extremely big and extremely cool. He's backed up by a pair of albatrosses, or the what was the thing I called them?
Albatrosities.
Albatrosities.
After all the
because they
murder
headshot all your AIs. Yesterday, cored all your AIs. And then I have 2 walruses. There's 2 different varieties of walrus. So one is the striker loadout, and then this one over here is the shredder loadout. And that's these 2 bigger mechs. And I have a pair of narwhals. One has the plasma loadout over here. So this guy's actually got a gun. And then this one over here has just the scout option. And he's got drone controller, drone pilot, which is my my upgrade here where I can chain activate with him. And here's the tech. What do we got?
All right, so the big guy's a Play-Doh light crawler. So that's
very cool.
That's one of the light behemoths. It has basically like a rapid fire cannon, and then the 2 little mandible chain guns are its kind of core weapon.
Yeah.
I've got 2 Xeno rigs.
Little guys.
I really love punching things with.
They also look the most like little like Titanfall guys. I really like the designs.
They're my favorite unit.
Yeah.
I can't, and I'm determined to finally get one of the Power Fists to actually
get in contact and punch me to death.
And do something substantial.
To pugilize me.
So I've got a little Xeno super fast little guy. That's
This guy? Yep.
This guy here with machine guns. He just runs around really, really, really fast and shoots stuff. Kind of like an albatross, but
more like a locust from Battletech.
Yeah, think of it more like a locust.
Yeah.
The new additions are 2 units of heavy battle robots in Gorgias transports, and in the center, a heavy spider gun platform that has hopefully some firepower to one-shot a mech or 2.
He's built around his gun there, so he's got a big like little
Indeed.
little light artillery piece. And so we've also got some support upgrades. I have 2 supply drops. Which allows me to immediately load a gun if I want when I spend them. I also have veteran pilot on this guy right here, which means he is unpinnable, which is a problem for you for the scoring for this mission. I didn't choose this. I swear to God, it's in the thing. And then
I've got a pair of pilots and a card that lets me swap my in addition. So like normally my tech rules at the beginning of the turn, I can always move around my pilots. They just re-download to some other
they're jumpers basically.
Thing. And then I have another support card that lets me do it immediately. So if I want to benefit from the same pilot twice, right, I can. I'll just pop him over.
He shoots from one and then he shoots from the other.
Exactly.
Yeah. My last support piece is I have a kinetic dampener, which allows me to keep solid munitions from basically blowing me up for a round. I should say that you've also printed up all this beautiful favela terrain. This is also from the Lazy Forger. So these beautiful buildings with all their little details.
Good terrain.
Yeah, and you know it's an FDM, which is amazing.
All in FDM.
My favorite is the little checkpoints on the road here. So we have all these little like checkpoints to like block the road off, and then these little stockpile markers that we have to blow up to mark whether or not we've destroyed them. Then there's the target of our affections over here, back behind enemy lines. That's the actual mainframe that the AI is hiding in. So we're trying to get back to there to destroy him. Destroy, by which I mean maybe lightly kidnap.
Loot and pillage.
Maybe lightly kidnap and hold for ransom to the tech. Other things here, actually, these bamboo trees are scale model bamboo trees that were made, and they're actually not completely out of scale here. They're a little bit big.
Tall.
But bamboo's huge if you've ever seen it in real life. These guys right here are from Gale Force 9. They're the smaller of the two tree sets, but they're actually perfect for 10 mil. And these are old GW trees. The rocks are from GameMat.eu. I'm only going to roll 8 dice this time, I swear. I could go up to 12 in this mission, but I'm rolling 8 for my command dice for this. But we have to do our deployment before we do anything else. My initial deployment is 40 points worth of guys. That's going to be, has to be the Orca, because he's not sitting anything else. He's 25 points by himself. And then I'm going to have the Plasma Narwhal. I'm going to have a single Albatross. And I'm going to have the Striker Walrus, which is this guy over here. The remaining 20 points, which includes both my supply drops, my kinetic dampener, a Narwhal, and a Shredder loadout. So Scout Narwhal and a Shredder loadout will arrive on turn 3. Deployment's done. I have my Striker over here, my Narwhal, 3 DUs up. You can see that red whippy sticks can still be used for things. Yay. And then also pointing. And then my Plasma Narwhal and his little Albatross are hanging on the flank. Made it real simple. You just put down the big boy.
Just down the big boy.
Holding the flank ready to fight. Should roll for the round. I have a command of 4 on the Orca. The captain's in charge, so I got a 9. So I have the initiative for this round. Dice comes to my side, marking my initiative, and we have to make our command rolls. 8 dice only, like I said, not cheating yet. You guys can tell me when I'm cheating later. And I need 1s. But I'm pretty happy with this too. That's a full spread. I got everything except for a 2. I think I'm gonna re-roll a 3 here and try and get a 2. Nope, it's another 1.
I want 5s and 6s, honestly.
That's a couple 5s.
That's 2. That's
You can re-roll your 1s and 2s if you want. Well,
I want 5s and 6s. Huh, that's all right. I mean, I got it.
You have the 5s, yeah.
Oh, and a 4. I'll take that. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable then.
Preload any dice. I'm going to preload a ready all systems onto the Orca. And then what's got range here? Not a lot. So I think we're just going to kind of hang out. We'll throw a 4 onto the chain gun. And that's it. Sign dice for you.
I'm going to preload every weapon I have.
That makes sense. You only have 1 unit on the table. So I have the initiative. I think it's time for me to go, and I will. So I'm going to start with my Striker mech. Corsairs have the not capable rule. They just have the rule that they get to move, make 3 actions. So I'm going to move as my first one, which is free. I'll spend the 3 to do this. And 3 to activate and make my free move. So I get to move with the Walrus, 2 DUs. So that was move number 1. So then move number 2, I get to turn and move to there. So technically I turned the end of my first move. I think I need to move again just to make sure I'm in range. So I'm gonna move 1 more time and pivot. And then my third action, I'm going to spend a 5 for my kinetic gun. It's going to be, it has a range of 0 to 3 DUs, so I should be in range if it's 3, that's 3, of this deployment. Kinetic gun has 2d8 AP1, it's ×2 shots. Well, it's not blowing up to control, it's the mainframe I have to blow up. I'm just gonna move again then with my third action. And that means I save that 5. Yeah, because I didn't preload it. You, sir.
I wonder what it'll activate.
I don't know, it's a big thought process here. Move up.
I'm gonna move up my 2DU kind of to right here. And then we're gonna blast away, hopefully eradicating that little albatrosity over there.
Not my albatross. What's he ever done to you? Front cannon adds at the albatross.
And it's going to fire at the narwhal because it's AP2, and I'm going to ignore. I'm
2 of those dice.
Down to 1 die. It is a 2d8 shot.
And you're normally hitting on a 5+, but 6+
because
I'm outside effective range. That's correct. Right.
So come on, give me something good. That
2 to
is
3?
Not good.
It didn't even add up to 6.
Do have 2 like I said, it's like a rapid fire cannon.
Right.
So I'm going to do this again.
Remove
Same
the second
target.
die. Yep. Sixes.
I need sixes, and I got them both this
So you
time.
got a 6 and a 7.
6 and a 7.
Okay, so the narwhal has a D8 save, but you're reducing it from 3D8s because your AP2 down to 1. So I got to beat a 6 or a 7 here. I do.
So that gets rid of the 7.
And then
you gotta roll again
a D6
and try to beat. No, it's still on a
Oh, that's right. I do them individually.
Still, yeah,
It's just
do them
one.
individually.
And that one I beat as well.
You jerk face.
My narwhals are already acting like they did last game. They're just indestructible.
So, fortunately, though, I do still have more guns.
Yes,
so
you do.
I'm going to fire this one. So I use my,
do the guns
I'm going to fire the miniguns, which are on the system.
Ooh.
So those are 3d6. Again, I'm over half range. So these are only on 6s, and your narwhal, you said, was a defense.
Yeah, 3d8.
5. So I need, so I'm going to fire at the albatross.
Okay,
Which
still on
I'm
6s.
It's still going to need 6s.
But I only have 1 dice to defend
But you
this.
only have, exactly.
There's
So
no
I
AP
need
here.
6s. That is not, that doesn't, once again,
Add up to 6.
So we're going to try this one more time
Let's do it.
because I preloaded all of these, and that's all I've got. So
Guns o'clock.
give me a 6. No.
Better, but not quite. You're firing for effect right now. You're just trying to range me in. Neither of these units are pinned because I didn't take any damage, so they will get to activate as normal. I'm gonna drop a 5 into activating the boss. No. I'm gonna put a 1 into activating the boss and immediately remove it so that I can make a front leap. 1 to do a front leap with his first of his 3 actions. Now the front leap is perform a 4DU movement forward that does not trigger reactions.
That's
so
nuts.
it has to be forward. So he just goes and jumps. He can move 1 more. Like that. I spend my 1 off of here to ready all systems. And that means all of these systems get to make their activations. Weapons can only shoot in their front. Yeah, that's right. So I'm just loading all my guns right now.
Oh, only to the front.
That's right. Yeah, well, if I'm to fire, I can only fire my front 90.
Is that because of the leap?
That's because of the leap.
Oh,
yeah.
sweet.
No, it's because of the ready all systems.
Oh, okay.
So I don't get a free shot with my laser just yet.
Well, you probably
That
don't.
was my second action. And then my third action, I think I'm just going to fire normally. I can just move. I can make a 1DU move or 2DU move.
Yeah, so you can get within front arc so you can actually shoot me.
Yeah.
Start.
So I try to start on my next move. So I'm going to go 1, and this is not actually, I've not made my basic movement.
Right, so it's
before.
2 of your actions.
That's my third action. Now I can shoot guns. So now my guns all take 2 actions if they want. So I'm going to take this 4 off my windlass chain cannon.
Yep.
To shoot guns. I should have moved 1 more. Because front leap's not actually a movement, it's an ability. So I should be here at the end of that. I'd move 2 to use for my second action. Okay. So first action, I'm going to fire my chain gun. So first the chain gun's gonna activate. It gets its first action to fire a chain gun shot at you. Which means I don't lose my wind-up dice now because the chain gun has started shooting.
Correct.
Otherwise, I'll lose the dice when these things fire. So this is hard points 1 and 4. So it's 3d6. It is 1 to 3DU's distance, so I should be in range, and then it's AP1. What is your defense?
All right. We're clearly in the open between each other.
Yep.
So my defense is unsurprisingly 2+.
Oh my God.
Huge
You're
target.
a
Super
huge
easy
target.
to
All right.
Put a shot on.
So I get 3 hits, 2, 5, 5.
And these are
AP1. 3d12 goes down to 2d12.
All right.
So against the 2.
2. Yep.
Hey, you beat it. Against the 5s. Hey, you beat it with double 12s.
And the other 5, double 5. Okay.
Okay, you got second shot. 2, 4, 5.
Okay,
Same
2. Yes.
You beat it. The 4.
4. Yes.
Oof, barely.
Barely. 5. No.
No, take a damage.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So this happens to your external.
So this is on,
shell.
yes, this is on my system. So go ahead and roll it.
D6. A 6.
A 6. So that is S2. So one of my mini gun mandibles is
blown off.
destroyed.
That was action number 1. Action number 2, I'm not going to fire it again. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to burn the action. It doesn't do anything else. Then I'm going to spend a 5. So now I move over to my first culverin railgun. It's going to spend an action and a 5 to fire a sabot round at you. I'm within 2 to 5. It's AP3 1d12. Roll a d12 at you.
Rolo.
I roll 3.
Well, that still hits, unfortunately.
It does.
And I only get 1d12, so I need to
Beat
save.
that 3. You did. Use the red from S3, because that's now unloaded. Then I'm going to spend a second action. I'm just going to reload it. Because why wouldn't I? Railgun, I'm going to spend a 6 on, which will fire 3, and it will also fire a d12 at you. Come on, Covering Railgun. 11.
Oh, no.
And you also have a d12. No, take a damage.
Roll that.
So I d6 you. Come on, Railgun. A 4. At least I didn't roll a 6 again.
Okay, so that is armor. So now my save is permanently reduced to 2d12.
Ooh. Second action, I'll reload that.
And it's worth noting that with a behemoth,
Lantern Laser goes, and it 2d6s you at AP1 IC. So AP1, it ignores cover, and it's 2d6 twice. Or sorry, d6 twice. The first one's free. And I roll a 3.
does it have any AP?
AP1. D12 against this. You good? And then... and it fires twice, sorry. So then it rolls a 6. No, you didn't get the damage. What happens? A 5.
So now I lose my other front minigun.
So my final 6 to have this thing go again. And it rolls... It's the Lantern Laser, so the second here, the second action, and it's the same thing, 2d6.
You just roll 2d6, yeah.
Double 6s.
Gosh,
Oh no!
Come on, man.
No, takes the damage, and then the other one beats it.
3.
Last damage in the other shell. I burned all my dice to this. I rolled a 3.
Okay, so now, now I've taken 4 unique points of damage.
Yep.
So it's not destroyed.
Yep.
But I've taken 2 armor hits, so now I only have a D12, single D12 save.
Single D12 save, and if you take a location
both
damage to any of those,
both
it blows
of those
off.
cute little mandible miniguns are destroyed.
But basically on a 3+, that layer of you gets blown off.
Yeah.
I have no action dice left. So that effectively ends my turn. End of round 2, end of the round.
So end of the round, we're going to score, you have more points.
I will have more unpinned points, that's right.
This one, actually, I think this is the only one, but it's more points.
But I will blow up this objective marker. Because I only contest, I don't control, because I didn't spend the action to do it. I don't actually get to blow this thing up this turn, but I'll be in range to do it next turn. Everything is kind of pushed ahead. However, you're going to get reinforcements this round.
Sure am.
So it is into round 2. Neither of us score anything, because I have more points in the middle zone than you. But I don't control anything, and we're going to roll for initiative again.
But you beat me because your command is 4.
My command is 4, so I go to a 5 total, and you go to a 4. Right.
Now we reveal, wait, I get a wave this time because...
That's right, and then we roll our command dice.
Right.
I only roll 8.
So
you get your reinforcements to arrive before we make our
So my
command
reinforcements, I've got a pilot AI.
Yep.
So it gives me an extra action, so I'm going to attach that to the Play-Doh.
So that's going to download into him, assuming direct control.
And then I have a software upgrade that lets me switch 2 characters between units or move 1 character from a unit to another.
Okay.
And then a gun platform, which has 2 really scary 2d10 damage railguns.
And it will arrive during an activation.
And it will, yes, I will deploy that. That'll be one of my actions where I deploy it.
So it can come in the same loop,
same
basically.
exact
So you can
one
shoot me
as
from
well.
behind even. And roll my 8 dice. Oh, I kind of like that, actually. I didn't get any 1s, though. I do like that 1 to activate all my weapons. I'm pretty happy with that, and with that. I think I reroll these. Still didn't get any 1s. Lots of 6s, lots of 4s, and a 2. Didn't have anything that you could have stuck those on at the end of the turn, so you're just rolling all your command dice again.
Look at that.
That's a sweet roll. That's a sweet roll.
That's what we want. Do I need anything that isn't... What's the gun plat? That's unpin all units in a 2DU range. That's not going to need... I'm not going to need that this turn. But that's sad. I mean, that's really good. I'm just going to keep it.
Remember, you are pinned because of all the damage you took. You take
Only
damage to the core.
if I take damage to the core. do I get
Interesting.
pinned.
Okay, cool. So he's unpinnable.
A boatload of damage. But not to the core.
It's all the systems that the AI doesn't care about. That's really interesting. I like that. So I'm just fearless because I'm crazy. You have the AI protected basically until the external system falls out. You're not actually going to preload dice because you might be destroyed.
And my guns that could react have been destroyed.
That's right.
So
yeah, it's the miniguns that can react.
There's a real chance you might blow this up. In which case, I'd just be wasting dice preloading the cannon. When I can
leave
just
in the
do that
pause
when I
then.
activate.
That makes sense. I could react with my walrus rig, and he's probably going to do that. So he's going to spend a 6 and a 2 on his kinetic rifle because it has a very long distance, and that would let him reaction fire.
Okay.
So I'll preload that. Loading sabot rounds and a chain gun, and my walrus rig is going to get some dice too.
I'm not preloading anything, and you have initiative, so I think
I'm going
ready.
first.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
All right. Well, I'm very tempted to go with the Orca, but he can't leap this turn and he's slow. So literally it's all power to the weapons. And I've only got 3 guns that can fire here plus the laser. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with the Orca. I'll spend a 4 to activate him, and I don't have the dice, so his activation is going to be basically to move. The weapons can go before or after he goes, so I'm actually just gonna do the weapons first. Starting with the lantern laser, it just fires for free. So that's gonna lose me this dice because this thing is 4, it's attached. And it's a free shot, but it's 2 times 1d6. So let's see if we land. I got a 2 and a 3. D12s.
2.
Laughs.
3. Oh my
God. My God, another damage. All right, what kind of damage does it do?
Roll the water.
Come on, laser.
No,
and a
it
6.
blows up. So the main system, or the secondary system, is destroyed.
Is now exposed.
So now, any hits go against the light crawler itself.
In video game terms, this is when you start flashing red.
Yeah, my armor is down.
Yeah, the boss is Rocksteady and Bebop are flashing red right now. That's what's happening. Then I'm going to use this 6, which will unload my Culverin railgun to fire a sabot round at you. 12 rounds, and it's AP3. So I get an 8.
Uh-oh.
What happens?
Need an 8.
Hey. 11 laughs. All right. So then I do it again. Oh, sorry. These both became unloaded. So I actually can't fire this one. This other Culverin because... Oh, no. I've loaded the upper and lower capacity.
Last turn.
No, because I shot 3 and I shot 4. So these would have come off. Guy's 2. So he can fire 2 without doing anything. Yep. And that's going to be a D12. I got a 1.
Yeah!
So that did nothing. And then we fire the chain gun for an action. That means I keep my start rotation. It's still spinning its chain gun up. 3d6. I get a single 2, which you beat. And then Hubris. 4, 5, and a 2.
2.
It's gone.
4.
Gets through. What happens? I get a 3, and the 12 beats the 5.
5 is one of my front cannons.
And you're now pinned. All right, well, then we're going to make our move, and we're going to go 2. And then we're going to make another move. I don't have a rear arc.
You do not.
So I'm just going to keep moving and go over here, 2.
And then control.
And control this, but I'll be facing the wrong way. Guns are all unloaded. I want to be back this way, actually, but I just want to be able to control this thing. I want line of sight to you with this guy, though. 4, 5, 6 left in the action dice pool.
Go here, and I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move up. I think I have to ignore the big guy because I need to maybe get into some cover.
Remember, you can also save these depots by being within 1 DU of them.
So I think
I can't blow them up.
I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up here.
So your first action.
So first action will be to unpin.
Yeah, that can be your AI action. So now you've got 2 left.
Right. So then
second one to move.
Will move up, and I can move. I can still move 2
DUs. Yep.
So I'll move so that I'm.
You can pivot too if you want. Not that it matters. I don't know if your guns have an arc like mine do. Fire with your cannon.
So yeah, I'll fire with my cannon. It's 2d8. I think I'm more likely to actually kill something. That Orca isn't going anywhere from me shooting it.
I mean, it's way more flimsy than you are because it like loses guns and it can die.
I'd still like to see.
Plasma one. Yeah, that's the plasma one. Yeah, I had to start with the plasma. The
door
door controller one's coming in next turn.
So
Shoot him.
I'm going to shoot him. You are 5
Yep.
because I'm within the normal range.
Is
of
it
my
3 to
weapon
use
now.
or 4 to use? What's your
So
range?
the big cannon is 4 to you.
So if you're in 24, you're good.
So I need.
Or no, 4 to you is 16. Are you in 16?
Yes.
Quite in yet.
Not quite. So
6 to you is 24. Yep.
Come on, 6s. No.
Not quite. Third action?
That's unfortunate. That was my second action.
No, you.
Oh no,
you
no,
shook
no,
your,
no.
you shook your shaking. Yeah,
That was 3
and you spent a dice to do that? All right. I think we go with the Albatross because we love him. The drone can activate before or after because of my cool faction rule. And I'm going to use the command ability on the Narwhal to allow the Albatross to activate first. 3 actions, and his first one's going to be to move. He's going to go 1. He's going to go 2. He's going to go 3. And he's going to go 4. Then he's going to fly again with another move because he's got 3 actions because he's a Corsair. And he's going to go 3 DUs. He's going to go 1. He's going to go 2.
Oh, that's so rude.
He's going to go 3. Rat-a-tat-tat. Well, I'm going to start rat-a-tat-tatting with my little kinetic gun. That's a 2d6 shot. He's not in range. So it's going to be on, what's your normal armor save?
3.
So it's going to be a 4 plus.
3 defense, so now I'm a 4.
So now you're a 4 because I'm out of range. Now 3 to you. So he's going to go 1. He's going to pivot and go 2. He's going to pivot and go 3. Second action, he's going to move again. He's going to pivot. He's going to go 1. He's going to see ya. He's going to go 2. And then third action, he's going to go 1. And then he's going to pivot and he's going to go 2. And be over here next to this objective if you want a light blunderbuss, a plasma blunderbuss. Where's this railgun coming from?
This guy is going to deploy. I think I need to deploy fairly defensively. So I'm going to deploy right here.
Yep.
So
you see my Albatross. So over here, you've got the building in the way now, so that my striker
take any
can't see
reaction
you.
fire.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try to take down this Albatrosity.
You're not hurting you. All right.
Yeah.
He's in range because you have a 24-inch range because you got 60 as your max the railguns.
These are on 2d10.
They sure are.
And I need to spend a 5 to activate that. So I need some 6s.
A 10 and a 7.
10 and a 7.
Well, luckily I have a D10 to save, so against the 10, I do not. Against the 7, I do. So I take 1 damage.
All right, let's see what it is.
If it's a 1 to 4, I'm dead. Sure is. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't, look at him, he can't take any hits. He's an Albatross.
Not from a...
He just shot a depleted uranium round at a kid's drone. Second action, yep, he showed up. All right, well, I know where he is now.
Oh. Can I do a slight do-over?
You download your AI back into him?
Could I software upgrade and push the pilot to the gun platform so I get an extra
It doesn't
action?
cost an action, you just do it right now, yeah.
Right, and then I can...
Fire again.
Oh, but it does. The tech support is in activation.
Ah, so it would just push him over.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have fired. I'd have to let you do something. So no, I'll keep what I did. Okay. I'll keep what I did.
Right then, it's walrusing time. He'll spend the 5 to go for a walk. There's 2 DUs. So he's going to go 1. He's going to go 2. And then he's going to spend because now he's facing this way. Free action, he's just going to move because I want to go to here. I'm going to spend a 6 to fire my kinetic rifle. Actually, I'm going to pull off my kinetic rifle. Yeah, I'm going to... Do I just do the normal shot? Yeah, kinetic gun. Super long range, but it's 2d8 times 2. So I'll just spend the 6 to do that and keep the big gun loaded. Mainframe.
So it's going to be on 4s.
And it's obscured, I'm going to say. So it's going to be on 5s.
I'll buy that.
So 5s instead of 3s, and I get 2d8 twice. So the first one cranks an 8. It is AP kinetic rifle 1. 10.
I need an 8.
You did it. All right, and the second shot on a 5. I got you with a 7.
And
no, so it takes a damage. I'm a third of the way there. And that's my turn. That's your turn. All right. Sorry, that was my third action because I'm an idiot and I forgot to control this. I wasn't supposed to shoot. I was supposed to take control of this thing. And I haven't done it with either of my guys yet.
Caliphon.
I did. So once again, I do not take either of these and draw any victory point cards. I have many points in the middle zone now.
Mine.
Yeah. And that means that no victory point cards on round 2.
Nope. And D6.
So I had 4 and get to 7.
And yeah.
You had 4 and get to 5. Reinforcements. I get my supply link, and my kinetic dampener. That's
2 Xenos.
Ooh,
my
nice.
favorites.
So your robots arrive. And then my walrus, my albatross, and my narwhal with the drone pilot upgrade arrive as well. 3 will be available to activate this turn. Do you still have some dice out, which is nice.
Oh yeah, we forgot to end the turn with how we're going to reassign dice.
Oh, I didn't have any to reassign. Sorry.
Okay,
Did you want to put any down?
I did, yeah. So I am one of the heavy cannons on the gun platform.
Makes sense.
And then, yeah.
All right, so then I get to roll 8 dice again because I got 3 on the table, which is nice.
I have 1 on the table, so I still get to roll 8.
All right, so you want you to use first.
I continue to want, but with my Xeno, I want jumps. I want 1s and 2s.
So you got the 2s for your Xenos.
2s.
Yep. You can assign them right now if you want, even.
No, they're not on the battlefield.
That's true, yeah.
So I'll keep these 5s and 6s.
And then reroll those.
And actually, I like the 4s too, because that's my power fist.
There you go.
Them all.
Done. Right. So then for me, I'm actually pretty happy with all this. Need my ready all systems. I need my... Do I want the 2s? I think I want to reroll the 2s. I have a lot of good things for 2s here. Nope, still all 1s. And oops, all 1. So that means I can assign a front leap to the Orca if I want to. And then I can preload my railguns. So 5s and 6s, 5s and 6s. And we'll keep these for activations. Oh, I will have pre-assigned. I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Got 1 off as well. I've just realized how many units I have that have to activate. First again, I'm going to do some supply links. So Corsair support, single use. Select any unprepared action from an unpinned rig you control that doesn't require more than 1 AD to be performed. Mark that action slot as set up. I'm actually going to do it to ready all systems and move that over. So that gets set up. And that's going to trigger all this. Do I want to do that now? No, I don't want to do that. I actually want to load weapon on the narwhal. I'm going to activate my kinetic dampener.
Hold on.
My first support card then, which means that it's now your activation. I use that to go first.
I'm going to activate the Play-Doh.
Okay, with a 3.
And load my only functioning weapon.
Which is the big gun.
Which is the big gun. I'm going to use 2 move actions to pivot 45 degrees twice. And then that puts this thing in arc.
In front
and I'm
arc,
going to fire the cannon at it.
Technically, you spent you spent 1 to load, and then you could pivot.
No,
twice.
I just realized it has a minimum range of 1DU, so you're actually too close for me to fire it. So
I mean, but you could move back and then turn back around.
Yeah.
45.
I could pivot 45, move up into here.
Yeah. Pivot again.
And then pivot again. And that gets me out of my 1DU.
Okay.
So
you can actually see my narwhal now.
And then I'm going to fire that front cannon.
Don't like that. He's defense 5, yep.
All right, so I need 5s.
And then 3d8 to save, but, it's a big gun.
AP2, so you'll only be rolling.
You missed me twice.
But I missed you twice.
Oh, too close for missiles, switching to narwhals. I think I spent a 1 on the narwhal. He'll spend his first action to move. Oh, I'm going to pivot, move, pivot, move. I get a 3rd one, but I'm not going to use it. In action, I'm going to remember to control objectives. Action, I'm going to fire my blunderbuss. It is 46, 0 to 1 distance, AP1. Cover, so that doesn't matter. It doesn't care that you're sitting in that bush. So what's your 2 pluses, right?
2 plus. Yeah, 2 plus.
2 plus. Oh my God, just 2 5s. That's AP1.
AP1. Okay, so I only get a D12. I will roll each of these together because it's 2 5s.
Yeah, it's 2
Normally it would be 1 at a time, but
the
same result. So either of these just need to be 5s.
No! Oh my God. Plasma blunderbuss for the win. All right. So what blows you up immediately?
You would need to roll
a 1 or a 2
or a 3.
Okay.
Or 2 of the same number.
Okay. So a 2 or 3? Nope. 2 or 3?
No. Wow. So I officially have no weapons, and my armor is reduced.
But I have not taken this
But
objective.
it is still 20 points.
Beaten but unbowed. It's just a crab now.
Desperately waiting.
Just a crab with an AI. I know.
So he'll go here. So deploying doesn't require using an AD.
It doesn't require an AD.
But
I thought it used an AD. But
it doesn't to deploy.
Okay.
But I'm still going to have to...
If he wants to do something other than move, you got to spend dice.
Right, I have to spend dice. For me, my second action is going to be a free action, which is my light minigun.
Just shoot me in the back.
And I'm going to shoot you.
So you're in range because you're within 3 to use, and I have a defense of 5.
Sure am. So I need 5s. Come on. I got 1.
Got 1.
Got a 6.
I got 3d8 as my save. Is it AP?
No AP, nothing.
Okay. 3d8s. 7.
Oh,
got
man,
barely.
that almost...
So then it's back to me. Then we're going to arrive with an albatross for free. Actually, no, we're going to arrive with this little guy within 1 DU of this edge. 2 more actions. So he's going to do a move. So 1.
These guys are funny. They are so quick.
2. I know. Well, he's just legs. 3. Second action he's going to, or third action he's going to move 2. Well done. Just moving around. Sorry, I didn't want to do that. Sorry, I want to do something different. I wanted to move with my, so I'm going to move back. My second action is actually going to be to leap. Spend a 1 on him to leap, because then he moves 3 to you without having to move. Oh no, there's no way for me to do this either way. I don't need to use that 1. Never mind. Because what I was thinking was I was going to be able to hold this turn with him, but I can't do it.
Activate the gun
Field
platform,
gun? Yep.
and we're going to
Take a shot at the Orca?
at the Orca.
As he advances to the rear,
Reload it.
snap
No,
a shot
I'll
off.
just add another one onto here. So I'll get to fire it twice. It is slots 1 and 2.
I got a 3+ save.
So it's 2d10 and then 2d10. There we go. And I need, what was it again?
3+ goes to 4+ because of
3+,
range.
so 4 pluses.
A 10 and a 6. 4d10 save.
And this is AP 3, so that goes down to
1d10. Oh my god. All right, well, against the 10. Nope. And against the 6. Yes. So I take 1 hit. Roll it.
All right.
Blow
so
me up.
You are a hard shell, right?
I am hard shell, so
that means
you roll
I
2d6 and I
2d6
pick.
and you get to pick which one.
Yeah, so 2 and a 6. So the 2 is my movement. The 6 is my armor. 6 because it doesn't do anything then. Because it doesn't destroy any of my systems. My armor goes down. It reduces my dice down to 3d10, but your AP's already doing that, so it doesn't really matter. Second shot.
Second shot. That is a pair of 4s.
All right.
That's...
First one, d10.
Oh.
Nope. What happens? 2 and I pick. Well, I'm not taking the 6. Nope. S3, which kills one of my culverins and loses me a die. Second one, do I beat a 4? I did. 8 for that first save.
You did.
Hang on. I did beat it, actually. Sorry. Because I have a d10. I didn't actually lose my culverin then. Rolling along dice like
But
an idiot.
you did take damage.
I did take
You are
damage.
now pinned.
I'm pinned. I have the veteran pilot, so I have the unpinnable rule.
Ooh.
You've blown my armor off, which means I am now severely exposed. Of that, so I'm actually going to arrive with my other walrus rig, and he'll walk on. Again. So second action. Action, he moves one more time. Then it's going to go.
So we'll go right here. And then I'm going to put...
I can't see you.
I'm going to pre-assign a die to the power fist. Not that I'm going to get to use it, but I am going to jump. So I'm going to jump myself.
Second action.
4D. Where can I get that will get me close to punching something next turn?
The punch size in my face.
Oh, yeah. We're going to jump way over to here and get ready to punch something next turn.
Well then, the Zena's now gone, and that was your last activation for this turn. All right, well, you're out. You're done activating now, so it's just me now.
I could technically use my software upgrade.
You could use software upgrade if you want to. That's true. So I'm going to bring in my albatross, my albatrocities over here, and he's going to move. So he's going to move his 4DUs. 2, 3, and 4. And then his third action, he's going to move again. 1, because he can. 2, and then 3. He just needs to stay within 2 DUs of his friend. A fourth action for some reason, because these things are crazy. Is your software upgrade?
Yeah, I'm going to use my software upgrade and pull the pilot AI to the gun platform.
Gotcha. Well then, let's do a die on this walrus. He is going to spend an action to control objectives this turn, because I'm not going to forget that. His second action, he's going to burn a 4. Do I want to burn the 4? No, I'm going to burn off my 2 and my 6 to fire my kinetic rifle into the AI. 2 times D10, and it's 2 to 4 DU, AP2. Long range, you are
Defense 3,
3
so
plus,
4,
4 plus, 5 plus
5
because you're
plus
obscured. Yeah. So 2D10 on 5s. 1 hit on an 8. It's AP2?
What was it? It's AP2?
Yeah, so just a single
So
save.
I'm a single D10. Come on, you can do it. No,
Nope.
you can't.
Second damage point. Third action, I think he's just gonna burn. Turn to burn. No. No, he's not gonna turn to burn. He's going to. No, you know what? He's happy actually. He could move 2 DUs, so I think he's happy where he is. He's gonna 1 to activate my Orca. His first action, he's gonna move. So he's going to pivot and go 4. And then pivot and go to here. Yeah. No, I'm just going to pivot like that and not move my second action. I'm going to forget, and I'm going to control this objective. Third action, I'm pulling this 1 off, and I'm going to ready all systems. So all of these guys immediately activate and can do 2 actions. So my first one, I'm going to spend a 4 to fire my chain gun. And I'm firing into this thing. Range, and you're in cover, so it's on a 4 plus.
Cover I won't get for the
behemoth. Oh, because you're a behemoth. All right, so just long range. It's on a 3. 3 plus, 3 times, twice. I get a 6 and a 5. And it's AP1. AP1, and you got to beat a 4 and a 5.
All right. So 5?
Against the 5?
Yes.
Yep, and against the 6? Yes. All right, I do it again. Just a 6.
Look at
Oh, laugh was the first action off the win list, but I don't have any more dice to spend to fire it again. So I do keep my start rotation. Now it's still spinning. My Culverin then gets to go. It's going to spend its first action to load, and then its second action to load because they're both free. My second Culverin gets to go. Again, both actions to load. It's on 2s, doesn't care about range. It hits on 3s though, because it's on my maximum range. 3 and a 6. AP1.
D12. Find the D12.
All right,
on the 3.
No! And what happens?
I'll let you do that first.
I get a 5.
Oh, that blows it up.
No, is that it?
That is, yep.
All right. Managing to hit you in the same core location. So the AI is down. So that's going to score me, I think, 4 or 5 victory points.
4 victory cards.
4, not cards, points. Last action, I can't do anything with the lantern laser. So that's it. Now all these guys get to take 2 actions. I don't know what I want to do though. I just sit because there's really nothing I can see. I can't see this little guy. Can I see him? I can't. Oh no, I can see him over there. Fire my Culverin then. It's up to 5 DUs, but I'm not inside that range. Defense 4, 5, 6 because you're in cover. 12.
If you roll an 11 or a 12, I can't defend.
I rolled a 2, didn't hit you. Fire the other one. I don't think it's gonna do anything. Just sitting there. I'm good. You're done? Okay, so I'm gonna store my 3 on my my walrus for a sidestep for later.
I'm gonna store a ton of dice. So I'm gonna store 2 on the heavy cannon for the gun platform. And I'm going to store one of these 6s on the other Xeno so that they both have their power fists. And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Ring.
Yep. So I get to blow up a stockpile here.
This guy up and that guy up.
And this guy up. So I get to draw 2 victory point cards. Round 4, I'll have to draw my cards because I blew up 2 of those.
Yep,
so I'm going to get that. Well, that's cool. And I get this one. I get +4. You get +4 as well, so we tie. He's not currently command 4 because he's not active right now.
So I'm a 7, you're a 9.
Got it. We maintain the initiative, so it is now command dice.
I get reinforcements.
And you do get reinforcements. So what are you bringing in this turn?
I get a Zero, which is a little, kind of like we said, it's kind of like a little scout.
Little scout, yep.
And then I get a Gorgias transport with some heavy robots inside.
These guys, so half the remaining troops. 3 out of my walrus for sidestep, and one of my culverins is still loaded. I fired hardpoint 2. It didn't actually unload any of these guns. Oh, sorry, I did fire hardpoint 4, which means I actually do unload this one. These are currently unloaded. So I get to roll 8 dice again, and I like those numbers. I do like having a 1. I think I reroll these. I'll take it. A 6, a 1, 2, 3. You're at a full stack now. You get 4 out.
Roll 8 more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use them all, but hey, whatever.
It's a pretty good roll. Lots of 5s and 6s.
Roll. I actually need 1s and 2s for jumps.
There you go. So keep the 2.
I'm going to keep the 2 and roll. I'm going to roll all of these again. Oh,
it would have been great if the
I only got 1
player was
jump.
still alive. Yeah.
The pilot on the gun platform.
You could reload his command thing if you want to. Like you preload the command.
I could. I don't think there's going to be anything he can command.
I meant more for the roll for next turn. Jump up.
So I'm only going to be able to do 1 jump this turn. That's a shame.
Well, I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to actually load my super rifle on the walrus with a 1, 2, and a 6. And I'm going to load a ready all systems on the Orca. Not load that jump on the narwhal. Just load the ready all systems. This is for all the marbles. We've got to blow up some stuff. We're going to spend a 3 to save this narwhal. Start running away like a hero. So first action move, 1. Then he's going to pivot and go 2. And then he's going to pivot and go 3. Second action, he's going to pivot. Third action, he's going to control. Over to you.
I think it is time for some jumpy smashing.
I mean, that's what I ran away for.
I think that's what time it is.
All right.
We're going to do jumpy smashing.
Now remember, I do have sidestep on the walrus. So you have to be within 3 to get into contact. Oh,
yeah.
So you could jump. I don't think you can quite jump into him. You can jump into him for sure, but he flies.
I can jump into him.
Yeah, you can jump into him.
Because I'm not going to have...
Because he can't sidestep, he can.
Right.
And Power Fist, I don't like that.
And I need to expend another die for that, so that's an expensive 3-die activation. But
so
it's going to be really fun.
You get to Power Fist Narwhal. I could spend my sidestep now to move a DU, but you're not in my line of sight. Actually, I think your jump doesn't trigger reactions either. Sorry, you could...
What sidestep can you read?
So my sidestep says unit moves in line of sight. So it's not a reaction, it's just it's a move a DU.
You're right,
so,
it is a jump. So I'm going to...
Right, but the sidestep's not a reaction. Sidestep's a thing if you move in line of sight. So it's not a reaction ability, which means I could still do it on him.
Do it.
But this guy, he gets to blow you up. So like I couldn't shoot you as a reaction or something like that, but sidestep would still go off. I think reading this, because it's not an actual reaction. And then this guy, because like I'd still have my full activation after I sidestep too. But this guy can't do anything. Okay. And he also can't react. I'm gonna punch this guy. All right, he's defense 5. And in the face.
10 and it's AP 2. You said 5.
Yep.
Right? And I got
7.
1.
All right, I got a D8 because you have your AP. Nope, goes through.
Go.
Roll a 1 to 2 and I'm dead. 3. All right, so you get me in the hard. I have hard shell. Roll another die.
Oh.
It could somehow get better for me. So you got a 3 and then a 5. I can lose my. Oh, so that's the other narwhal. This one. 3 and a 5. I could have my move reduced, or I could lose my scan. I'll just lose my scan. Hit me in the face. Well, that's not great. We're gonna get shot a bunch, but I can't do anything about that. I think we go with the Orca. We spend a 5. No, we spend a 1 to make him go. We spend 1 to move. And that's just going to be to do a pivot. Hello there. And then we're gonna start shooting guns. And I pull this off and I ready all my systems. So everything gets ready. I'll get to do 2 actions. So the first thing will be, I will spend a 5 on my chain gun to chain gun this jerk. So it's 3d6 twice AP1. What's the defense on this little dude?
That little dude, it is a 4.
So 4 plus twice. First one, double 5s, AP1.
AP1, okay, so then I am on a 10. Again, it's 2 5s, so I'm just gonna roll the 2 together. And
one goes through. And then the damage is a 3.
All right, a 3 is my jump.
So I broke your pack off. The second one misses completely.
Whiffs.
I'm gonna use my second action on that one. Then I'm gonna go over here. I'll reload capacitor. And I'll spend a 5 to fire a railgun at you. Not in my blind spot. Just a D12 on a 5, you said?
Just a D12.
On a 5. I got a 7.
Okay, and I only get 1.
It's
D10.
AP3, yeah.
So, all right, guy. I mean, thing.
It's just gonna wing you.
Yes!
No, you blocked it because that's S2. It doesn't unload anything. Then this one goes. It's going to load for its first action and then take this 6 off to fire again. Another D12. Ha! 11.
Oh, I can't block it.
So you can't block it. So it goes through, and what does it do? A 2.
Is dead.
Okay.
Is that my, apart from the big guy, that's my first.
I have a lot left. I only have 1 activation dice left.
I am going to
activate the little Xeno.
The Xeno here, and I'm gonna move. He's not the fastest.
But you can go
but I
take advantage of that. Block me from getting that objective.
I'll just move and then
you contest for free.
To contest.
Yeah. You contest
and
for
that
free.
way you don't blow that one up.
Perfect. I'm gonna spend my 5 on this guy, and he's gonna blow his big gun to try and blow up the mainframe. Times 2, you get +1 to your save though, because you are obscured and out of range, so +2. So it's gonna be on a 3+ goes to a 5+. First one, cranks it. It's AP2.
All right.
So you get a D8.
So I get a D8, right?
5. You did. And then the second one, can I do it again? I did with a 7.
Oh no.
Same thing. Do I get the AI? Yeah! All right, so the AI goes down. So he's destroyed. The shell cracked open. We can now extract the GUI AI. And that was his first action. Second action, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna pivot and go 1. I'm gonna pivot and I'm gonna go 2. Third action, I'm gonna pivot and go 1 to here. And that's me, I'm done. I got nothing else to go.
I've got a ton of stuff to activate.
You do, yeah. I kind of blew my wad killing the Xenos.
So what I'm gonna do is deploy the Zero. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna deploy him here, and I'm gonna, for his second action, I'm gonna move, and then I'll do 2 more, so we'll get up here. And then, you said you're done, right?
No, I get an activate. I can still do things.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my supply link to reload the Orca's ready all systems.
Okay. My gun platform is gonna fire at
The narwhal? The plasma narwhal?
I think it's gonna be the plasma, yeah.
He's in line of fire for sure.
He's just gonna open up with both.
I'm in the open too. 2d10 twice. Am I outside of effective range? I think I'm in 32, so it should be okay.
So it's over, so I'll be at +1. So
all right, so I go to 6s.
Need 6s. There's 1.
Okay, and what's the AP?
The AP is 3.
So just a D8, trying to beat a 9. I can't. Take a damage.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Hard shell though, right?
Oh, that's right. Roll 2 dice and I get to
Roll
pick.
2.
2 and a 5. I'll take the 5. 5 on the plasma narwhal is my S2, which is my blunderbuss. Oh, sorry. What was it? It was a 3 and a 5?
2 and a 5.
Oh, 2 is dead, so I have to take the 5.
Yes, whatever 5.
Yeah, so I can't use my gun anymore. I'm definitely
to the second.
The second shot might just kill me. Yeah.
And that 9 goes through again.
Can't stop it. Yeah, only D8s. 4 and a 4. I think I'm still alive. Yeah, that's my movement. Super pinned. You've pinned the heck out of me here. I'm not going to go with anybody else. So you can bring in the rest of your troops here.
And then I'm just going to move up to here so I can swing out and around next turn and deploy some infantry.
Okay, turn, yeah. So I've destroyed the AI, which means I get to draw 4 victory cards.
4 more cards.
Ooh, that's cool. Start of the game, turn 5, I believe, is the last turn.
It is.
And we're rolling to see. I think it's you. And 5.
And you continue.
Because you didn't load your pilot AI returns. You actually don't you'd never get it for the initiative roll. I see what you're saying. Okay. So I did not blow this up at the end of the round because this guy's pinned. And you had how many points in the middle zone right now?
Victory card.
Yeah, because this guy's only 7 to your 2, which is 8. That's why I was like, I'm pretty sure if you pushed through, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Because I backed out with the Orca so you didn't get wounded.
Okay.
So you don't have to show me.
I know, but just don't look.
I just won't look, yeah.
Okay. So we did that, and now reinforcements. I do get reinforcements
Yep.
yet again, so it's another Gorgias with heavy robots. And then Sentient AI, which activates and reacts without requiring ADs.
Nice. Rating Zeno? Sweet. Then it's our dice pool. So I've got a 1 assigned to the Orca right now from my supply drop, and a 3 on my Walrus for sidestep. And I'm rolling 8 more. It's not bad. I like the 4s, 5s, and 6s for the big guy. I'm gonna roll these 2s and 3s though. So I'm gonna get 4s, 5s, and then a couple 1s, and a 3.
Good. I actually I need some 1s and 2s, and I got them. That's good.
You're trying to load up the infantry and stuff too? You're rolling a couple of those, trying
I'll
to get some
take
lower
that.
numbers. Yeah.
That's good.
5 and a 3. You gonna assign any?
The gun platform's good. The
Assign. I'm gonna give the double 1s to the captain because we're gonna do captain's orders. Then I think I'm gonna start dropping in his railgun rounds because everybody loves those. And we're gonna do these. Well, I'm gonna keep these 4. And to no one's surprise, I'm gonna spend 1 immediately on the Orca.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but here's what's really amazing. His first action, captain's orders. Everybody unpins, and I reroll 2 spent ADs.
Oh.
He just starts yelling. He's like, absolutely not. I hate you idiots for what you just did.
That is such a good ability.
And then I re-roll 2 dice and put them back in the pool. That's why I counted them out. So that's going to go back over there. Action, he's going to move. So he's just going to pivot and then snuggle up to this. He drops that 1, and he's going to ready all systems, which means everything goes off again. So the first action is going to be the windlass chain gun. I'm going to spend a 4 to the pool to fire it. He's not within 3, so he's going to be at long range. But I'm going to start by blasting that orc, or the what's she called? The not locust. This guy over here.
Oh,
you gonna react to my move?
I'm gonna react to your
movement. Okay. So I'll put my 4 back
and take a shot at you in hopes that I can maybe disable a
okay.
weapon.
So my ready all systems is, you could have even reacted to my captain's orders.
But thinking about it, it makes sense to react because the likelihood they're gonna just blow me up is high.
Sure. When I saw this thing turning around and coming to bear, I probably started shooting too. Shoot.
So,
fire everything.
And he has the better weapon, so because he's on 2d8s and it's free. So I'm gonna react.
Okay, spin the die.
Fire 2d8, and I need what?
3 plus, 4 plus because cover. Are you outside of your effective range?
That is an excellent question.
If it's 3 to use, probably.
Yes,
yeah.
I am.
So 5 plus. 5 plus on 2d8.
5s. I want 8s anyway.
6 is good.
A 6.
Is it AP?
No.
Okay,
It's
so
just a regular machine gun.
So 3d10. See if I can beat a 6.
Don't. Yeah,
8.
you did.
I did. Okay, so now I spend the 1 to ready all systems.
Yep.
My rotation's already happening, so I spend a 4 to fire the chain gun. And then what is your save on that little guy?
He's a 5 plus.
Goes to a 6. Twice looking for 6s. I got 1. AP 1.
2 8.
Yep, but AP.
Yes.
Beat it. All right, and then I try again. It doesn't. Then I'm going to jump over to the lantern laser, which counts as 4. No, you know what? I'm going to fire my number 2 first. I'm going to fire a railgun at you. Effective range this time.
That is some serious overkill here.
So see how it's on a 5? Let's see if I can do it. That was
I
11.
can't save.
So what is your damage?
You want a 1 to 3.
Are you a hard shell?
No.
Okay. Nope.
No, that will knock his move down.
That was number 2. Technically, this is supposed to be over like this and be number 3. Because then when number 3 fires, both of these empty. And then I load upper capacitor to bring that back online for my second action on that one. And this one comes off for my first action. I fire another one. 5. Yeah, I gotcha.
Can't do anything.
So it's like basically anything but a 6. Yeah, just kidding you.
Yep, that
Same
box
location?
is a 4/5, so it's the same location. So
Got
it blows
So
it
it
up.
blows up. Empty these boxes, but then I use my second action to load it again. Things are alternating basically. I understanding the rhythm of how you load these weapons is weird. And then I go back and I'll fire S2, and the first action's free, which is to fire the beam laser, and I'll fire it at the other guy. 2, but 3 because you have cover.
Indeed.
And 4 because you're out of range. I missed. Actually, I don't have the 6 to fire. Oh no, it fires twice though, actually. Does it hit with the second one? It does with a 3, barely. It's AP1.
AP1, so I'm on a 10. Come on, you can do it, Pat.
You're good, 9. Fun. So these wouldn't actually be reloaded yet, because that would have all been one activation across the board. Okay, that makes sense now. So that went once, this went once, these guys each went once to fire and that emptied things. Now they get their full activations, and these reload, but I have no dice to fire with them for 2 actions each. This beam laser gets to go again. The beam laser at him again on 3s. So the first one
Still my favorite weapon. And
Yep.
it's such a cool name.
goes off with a 5. AP1.
Right, come on.
Laughs, and then goes again. Hits with a 3, barely.
No, I'm actually because it's a Zeno, I'm a 4.
Always hits on a 2. It's a laser.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and then +1 for the cover. So your armor's reduced to 2 and then +1. But you
Okay.
spend the 4 out of here but to do the chain gun again, but I'm not going to. I'm happy with how I did. That was good enough.
Guess what's in range?
Something good?
Punching
Is
time.
it punch in time? Of course it is. Big jump, no whammy.
So I will pay an AD. I will load this up and then spend them both to do a good old-fashioned jumpy power fisting.
So move, jump, power fist. Oh, so I have my 3+ armor or defense, and then 3d10 right now because my armor's cracked for my armor save.
Okay, and I will be hitting you 2d10 with AP2.
Do it.
So let's see some 8s and 9s. 5s and 6s.
All right, so against the 5, I'm good. Against the 6, I'm good. Happy about it, but at least I'm not dead. We're going to do that thing we do where we start moving. We're going to spend a 3 to move this walrus, and he's going to go 1 to here, and then he's going to pivot, and he's going to go 1 to here to have a look at you. But I'm going to fire my kinetic rifle at you for a 5. Okay, this is the other walrus. Yeah, kinetic gun, shredder loadout. He gets 2 times 2d8 shots. Second action, let's make those shots. So it's 2 times 2d8 at AP1. So you are in cover. So what's his save normally?
Is normally a 4.
So a 5 because of cover. Got you with a 6. That's AP1.
It is AP1, so I'm rolling 1d10. No,
Nope, goes through. And what happens? A 1.
blows up.
No, I shot you in the head.
Yep.
Shot's wasted. So he's done. Activating the tank transport.
The APC.
Yep.
And I have to remind myself, I am gonna
Start driving?
activate this, and it's gonna move
Is it 3 or 4?
nice and close. It's actually a 3 DU move, so I'm gonna move 1,
Pivot. You can go further if you want.
2, and then I'm just gonna drop my infantry out so that I can be in base
Stay in cover?
contact with something to have cover.
Yeah. And it has commands. They get to activate immediately.
So,
Die to shoot the close range anti-tank weapons.
so I'm gonna fire the medium railgun that my robots are carrying into
my walrus.
the walrus.
Okay, so 4+5 because of my cover.
Give me an 8. No.
We're gonna go with the narwhal. He's gonna get to command this albatross. I don't know what's happening right now. Albatross is going to go first. We're going to go 1. We're going to go 2.
Little albatrosity action.
3, 4. We're going to second move.
Aw.
We're going to shoot this thing in the plum. Shots in the rear with my AP chain gun. He doesn't have a gun. Oh no, he lost ground scan.
Yeah, he lost ground.
He just lost his ground scan. So yeah, he'll shoot you with his light kinetic gun. 2d6. 3+ because you were in the rear, but doesn't matter. Roll a 5, AP 1.
And I'm on 2d10, so 1d10.
No, and what happens? A 2.
Balls up.
Cheapo drones are the best. Fella just got shot right in the rear. And ironically, because I activated near my drone controller, I still have another activation. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 back over here. Like, how about air patrol?
Rude.
This guy goes. He doesn't have his scanner anymore. Oh no, wait, that's that narwhal. This is the drone pilot one. He's fine actually. And he's just gonna walk. He's gonna pivot and he's gonna go. You know what? No, we're happy. We're fine where we are. We're just gonna go 1, 2, 3. To be here.
Gun plan.
Oh no! I forgot to do my kinetic dampener.
He's going to move up, and then he's just going to try to obliterate that.
Yeah, as you do.
So I've got them preloaded, so let's expend these. We'll expend that to activate, and got lots of D10s to roll.
Poor little guy just sitting in the open.
Need
5s. If you're in range, then 4s. I think you're not in 16.
I am. No, I'm not in 16.
So you're going to need 4s. 5s go to 6s, sorry.
Yeah, 6s.
10. 10. You just hit me.
Stop.
Yep. Roll 1 or 2 and I'm dead. Hard shell though. 2 dice. Take the 6. Can't take the 6 because I'm already dead. Yes, right. I just blow up. Second shot over here.
Second shot into the big guy.
All right. 3s goes to 4s, goes to 5s because of my cover. 8'll do it.
An 8.
And what's the AP?
It is AP 3.
So I only get a D10 here. Nope.
Yeah.
Hard shell.
Give me something good.
Something good. Something good. 3 and 4. 3 is going to be this railgun. Sorry, 3 is S1, which is the laser. 4 is S2, which is is the windlass chain gun. I'll take the chain gun. I'll blow up the chain gun. Pinned, but I am unpinnable. That's right. I think we go over here because he hasn't activated yet, and he is going to run away. But not that far away. He's going to be fast. He's going to pivot and go 1, and then 2, and then he's gonna move again. He's got fast, so he's gonna move just 1, I guess, because he's gotta hop this, because it's difficult terrain. And then third action, he's gonna control objectives. You blew up my poor little narwhal that was supposed to do that job.
I'm gonna activate here and see
the final reserve. You just gotta, all you have to do is move there.
I can.
So to get your second move.
Well, no, I can't, but I can deploy my infantry.
Sure.
Oh no, I can't. I only have 1 action.
Well, they hold it no matter what, or contest it no matter what.
No, it's a vehicle. It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't do anything. That's right. Yeah, but the infantry does though. So you walk your infantry over and hold it. So he has to move.
So I'll just deploy as my only action.
Doesn't it move? And then get out.
And then they'll unload.
Yeah, and then move 4 to you.
And move.
Sorry, 3 to you total. Yeah.
And move there. They just have to get within a DU to contest.
Yeah, you're fine. Two actually, yeah, it doesn't do anything either way.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
so I got 1 activation left. I don't have anybody to go with. So I just saved this dice, I guess. I can kinetic dampener. Single use, select an unpinned rig I control. Until the next round, any non-combat attack whose line of fire, non-contact attack, whose line of fire goes within 2 DU of my unit, rolls at 1d6 regardless of your weapon dice strength. If I become pinned, but I'm unpinnable. So I basically just drop a force dome.
Yeah.
And it would have saved him, but it's too late now. Last activation.
Do I have anything?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, it's in round 5, so scoring. I've killed these 3 robots and your big guy. And how many points was that?
Yep, so that's 10. So you get 2 victory points for this, and then 4 for that, so you get 6 total.
So 6 VPs for that. You've killed my albatross and one of my walruses, which is 10, so you get 2 VPs.
Okay, so you get 2.
So 6 to 2, plus your VP card.
Which is 3.
So 5 total. I've got 6, and then I've got 7, 8, 12, 14, 17, 20, 22. 22 at the end of the game.
Man.
We stole everything that wasn't nailed down. Now, that might seem like it was a big deal, but you had you were so close
I had so much
to having
damage.
8.
I just couldn't kill things.
And then 25. You could have gotten 7 more VPs. And honestly, it's him. This was just an unlucky. This was the next of the pre-mades. Him being unpinnable is a huge deal. Like him having veteran pilot, and
Yeah,
I would always do that, honestly.
Right.
But it is in this mission in particular, having 25 points, just wandering around the middle of the board,
Right.
being like, no, thank you.
He was difficult. I feel like this thing was like the hero of the battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
This
that
tiny little
gun is
platform,
amazing.
He is fantastic. He's slow as anything, but you know what? He's got great range.
And his gun's incredible.
He
was just one shot at
his minimum range is 2 to you. He just wants to sit there and blast stuff.
Yeah,
and he did that really, really well.
Killing the narwhals honestly are fairly easy targets because they have a dead on 1 or 2. And once you've gotten through, like you have to damage them twice basically, and then the chances of killing them are really, really good. Yeah. So we got at the end of the game, the tech once again getting looted and pillaged.
Man,
looted and pillaged. Although you did have a heroic stand with that field gun.
That thing is amazing.
The thing is amazing. Yeah, it's so little I forget it's there, and then it absolutely annihilated two of my mechs. 2 of my rigs got blown up by it, which was a huge deal. So this is like the main plot event that's happening. The AI has been cracked open out of its little defensive shell, and the pirate captain is like, I don't know, just like sticking his USB key in there and kidnapping him.
I guess,
yeah. I figure we're ransoming him. Like that would be what. That's typical
that
pirate
could be
stuff.
good. Yeah.
We stick him in like a
give us a whole bunch of lower grade cores, and we'll give you.
Yeah, we stick him in a Faraday cage and take him away. That's what we do. We just we kidnap this AI. It's the Cortana being in Master Chief's head. Yeah. We stick him in a USB key and drag him out of here. And or even what I could actually see? I could see the pirate captain like piping him into one of your like heavy droid bodies that's like shackled with its arms and legs knocked off, and it's just a torso with a head. Then we drag him away. He chains him to the front of his rig and then flies away. So I need to get some tiny pirate decals is what I need. Like little skull and crossbone decals to put on these things and then like check them up and stuff like that. I feel like that's the thing that Corsairs need. So our next episode, we're actually going to do the what's happening in the meanwhile thing, the distraction that allowed you to that was too juicy basically for us.
For me to pass up that let you attack.
There's a conclave of scientists on the planet who were trying to leave during the fighting that represented a huge technical opportunity for you guys as the tech, and you're trying to capture them. So there's an evacuation mission we'll be playing next with the third, basically like prefabbed army for the Corsairs, which is the first mates, which should be some new mechs you guys haven't seen. So see that one next week. Big thanks for watching. For Bob coming in, thanks on Ash.